The masters.
The big guys.
We're in the zone.
The fixers.
Yeah.
The dudes. Nice work.
You too.
I love to cook. It's an inheritance from my mother. I put my heart into it. That's what I do. I'm Lola. My restaurant is called Nubian Queen Lola's Cajun Soul Food Kitchen. 11 years ago, I started out with no money, no income. God had gave me a vision to open up a restaurant to take care of the community. Everything is from scratch. That's the only way I know how to do it. Everybody love it. They taste it, they love it. It's heavenly delightful. Along the way, I started feeding the hungry, but didn't realize what impact it would have had on not only the community, but on me. Y'all come on, we got plenty of food for everybody out here. It's all good. It's just a force inside of me that said, no, you got to do this. I needed to get to the kids because they couldn't get to me. So I go and I meet the people. I came up from a very poor background. Had to pray for everything, even the next meal. When you come from nothing, you search for the best of life. And the best of life that I found is to give low. Then my giving, it overpowers the pain. So I give all I have. And I can't stop it.
While I was driving, I decided that texting was more important to me than those two men were to their families. And how selfish that was of me to make that decision to text and drive. Knowing every day that you killed two people is one of the hardest things that you can live with.
Texting behind the wheel injures and even kills hundreds of thousands of people every year. In 2010, AT&T's It Can Wait program set out to change this dangerous behavior. Over the next few years, we raised awareness about the dangers of texting and driving and made the issue real for teens. Millions pledged to never text and drive again, and the topic was discussed everywhere. But we wanted to change behaviors and save lives. One company couldn't do it alone. So in 2013, we focused on building the It Can Wait advocate base, encouraging the public and other organizations and companies to join us in the cause. We recruited pledge takers to become program advocates.
I want you to look at the last text message that you sent or received. And my question is that last text message worth losing your life over?
We seeded shareable content in social media, including daily activations in the 100 days between Memorial Day and Labor Day, the deadliest time for teen car crashes. Our biggest competitors even joined the effort. In a stunning move, Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile USA signed onto the It Can Wait initiative. Together, we spread the message through a new documentary by filmmaker Werner Herzog and a multi-million-dollar ad campaign. And this call for change resulted in change. An analysis of It Can Wait activities and accident reports in Florida, Illinois, and Texas showed a positive correlation with reduced crashes. By the end of the year, a call for change by a single company had become a social cause supported by more than 1,500 organizations. A movement was born, and with it, a new year of saving lives.
Your story. It's who you are, what you care about, where you're going. You have the power to change, inspire, live it to the fullest. What will the next chapter of your story be?
Why do we remember? Is it to find answers? To relive a little moment in the past? It's because those memories are part of who we were, who we are now, who we'll always be. It's because moments are what live in our mental scrapbooks, filling page after page of days gone by. It's because they're what we share, the good, the bad. But with her, the best moments aren't the big ones. They're small, yet they stick with you. They're the ones you never noticed before. But soon, they're the ones you constantly replay in your head. Those are the things worth remembering. Because without them, without her, what would life be? Life is full of little things. Let her know you notice.
think it is?
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I've been trying to call him. He hasn't... Wait, no, that's him. Nope, that wasn't him.
From the time that we were 5 or 6 and had our first bucket calf, it was instilled in us, animals get fed before people do. If there's a snowstorm out, you make sure your cattle are fed, that they have water, that they are comfortable and cared for before you care for yourself.
My parents have 4 daughters, and 3 of us live here, and we operate with our families.
Her father's kind of taken me under his wing. He's got more information in the tip of his finger than I could ever fit in my head.
We operate about 30,000 acres. It takes the whole family to get things done.
Giles Ranch is a cow-calf stocker operation, and we feed all of our own calves. Once they are fed, they are harvested through U.S. premium beef. It's very important to us that we are raising cattle from pasture to plate.
My sisters and I have started a business of selling our beef privately. It's a really cool feeling hearing how wonderful it tastes and being able to provide a good, healthy product.
When we first got the meat business started and we started going to farmers markets, we got a lot of questions about antibiotic use. If we tried to talk to them about it, some people just did not even want to listen.
My name is John Kellenberger. I'm a veterinarian in Ashland, Kansas. My relationship with the Giles family goes back almost 20 years. These people do truthfully have a heart for the animals that they're raising. When we inject food-producing animals, there is a predetermined withdrawal time. If that withdrawal time is 30 days, that animal cannot go into the food chain for at least 30 days. This is taken seriously. When you buy meat at the supermarket, you can feel very safe. We know that that animal will not have that drug in its system when it enters the food chain.
It's just as important to us as farmers and ranchers to be responsible, to follow safety practices, follow labeling guidelines. What we produce here on the ranch isn't just for consumers. I'm a mom, my sisters are moms. We would never produce anything that we wouldn't want to feed to our own children. We are to leave this land better than we received it. And that's been our family's philosophy for generations. Every day is a new day, new challenges, new opportunities, and working with my sisters, my parents, my grandparents, and my children. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Rogan, you say, if it's a cat,
It's a cat.
then I will say,
hi. Pizza cat.
We realized that Rogan was deaf at 18 months. He wasn't talking. The biggest challenges we had with Rogan were communication. Rogan being frustrated. He would try to say something and then we wouldn't understand him, and then we started doing sign language. When the sign language started, that helped a lot. However, he wanted to talk, and I was really worried about what school we were going to get him into and where we were going to get help.
My great-grandfather founded Central Institute for the Deaf. He graduated from Missouri Medical College in 1893, and then shortly thereafter traveled to Vienna to study with Dr. Politzer. When he came back to St. Louis, he felt frustrated with the lack of attention that was being paid to the deaf children and felt that he could do more. He went to family and friends and got financial support to be able to start the school. He started it in the second floor of his office building where he had his medical practice, and it just grew from there.
Dr. Goldstein's vision was to combine science and education, and that's what we do here at CID today. We have seen improvements in hearing aids and in cochlear implants. It's that incredible technology that's now available combined with teachers who all have their master's degrees in deaf education, a team of audiologists, speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, you hear something?
The hearing devices that our children have are incredible, but wearing the devices is just the beginning. They need to be explicitly taught language, vocabulary, everything. They need to be trained to learn to listen and to make sense of the sounds that they have.
I first found out that Celia had a hearing loss when she was a day old. For 18 months, I had been trying to figure out what was going on with her because I was not getting any answers from the hospital. I found CID on my own, and as soon as we came in for that very first meeting, we felt at home. Everybody here is so welcoming and so good at their jobs that you can just feel it when you walk in. And I felt that first day.
The whole idea of CID is to mainstream the deaf and hard of hearing kids so they can have a complete and full life. And I think that speaks to everybody as far as making sure people are plugged in and part of their community rather than separated from it.
CID in many ways prepared me professionally in that it instilled hard work and the motivation to succeed and to be able to achieve anything.
What letter did you have? T. T. What sound does T make? Awesome job. All right, Daniel's turn.
The bottom line is that they're getting to play and to be kids, and that's what makes CID different. You walk into a classroom and you don't see a teacher sitting across the table from the child, but that teacher is on the floor, meeting him at his level, engaging in play. And that's how we connect with our children.
When technology and education come together, they work miracles. It takes both to make a student be able to listen, read, and speak.